So two-part question. What is your least favorite part of 5e? And if WebDM wasn't about 5e, what game systems would it cover?
Gotcha. Least favorite part of 5th edition, and if WebDM was to focus on other games, what would they be?
Correct.
My least favorite part of 5th edition is the way that health and hit points and hit die come back. And I suppose that's connected also to the way rests work. But to me, it begins with the fact that it's too easy using the base rules for adventurers to have a fight where they're at full resources. Now, this is obviously on purpose. They're doing this deliberately. So I just don't like it.
Yeah, it is a reflection of more like a video game mentality, where if you just wait a little bit, all your stuff will recharge. And you can go into the next fight fully recharged, have all your spells, or most of your spells.
Most of your resources. There will be some attrition over time, and you don't have to let them rest as much. There's plenty of techniques you can use to get over this problem. But I think it speaks to a design philosophy that is focused on the encounter, that is focused on big fights and making sure that fights are interesting, and just combat in general. And this has been Wizards of the Coast since they acquired the D&D property, and it's not something that I appreciate, and it's ultimately why I prefer older editions of D&D. We talk about 5th edition on WebDM because that's what everybody else is playing, and we want to make this work, so we alter what we would do to fit the demand of our audience. Plain and simple. We play D&D 5th edition. We enjoy it. We have a good time with it. I'm running a game right now. It's not that I hate the system. It's just not my favorite. If we weren't primarily about D&D 5th edition, I would imagine we would talk more about the games that we really love. For me, that would be old school D&D, original, little brown book, Dungeons and Dragons, fighting men, magic users, priests. Warhammer, would talk a lot more about Warhammer, because Warhammer is really near and dear to my heart, and probably just more generic RPG advice that fits for anything. We market our stuff as being for 5th edition, but I think a lot of it can be useful for any game.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think whether it was a conscious decision or just subconsciously, we don't really delve too deep into the rules minutia.
Well, I personally find it boring as shit.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, it works for that one rule. Anyway,
yes.
But keeping it, what's the word? System agnostic.
System agnostic.
Then the advice can work
travel.
For anything.
It works for a variety of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I would point out that that's part of the appeal of the hobby, and why I've read dozens of source books for games that I have never and will never play.
Oh yeah.
It's an idea box.
It's an idea box. We strive to be an idea catalyst.
Yeah.
And an inspiration catalyst. And the purpose of our videos is less to give you a blueprint or an outline for a thing you can use in your own game, and is instead about inspiring you to create that thing yourself. I get a little weird about it for a second, or just this game is amazing because you can buy one book and have entertainment for the rest of your life.
Yep.
You never need to spend another penny. You never need to do a thing. You don't need to be part of a subscription service or a thing. It provides endless entertainment because of your imagination. And you don't need to buy a source book or whatever. All of that stuff is unnecessary, and I think everyone knows it. Or at least a lot of people know it, and they choose to sort of either buy the book anyway because they're looking for something to inspire them, or they want to support the brand or the hobby or something like that. But you don't need them. And what we aim to do is to inspire you to create the things you need for your game yourself. You can do it. There's no trick to DMing. There's no trick to mastering this game. It's just playing and letting your imagination flow. And an understanding of the rules is essential, but it's not a precondition to play.
Yeah.
Play is the thing. You will get rules mastery through time.
Yep.
And
old Billy Shake said it best. The play is the thing.
The play is the thing, and that's the message that I've long wanted us to come across with WebDM. And so, regardless if it wasn't 5th edition, we would still be spreading that message. You can do this. You can make it up yourself. You can homebrew your own thing. You don't need someone else's product. You have it within you. Go out there and play.
totally making a bard named Billy Shakes.
That's a good stinger for 100K. Pruitt, any least favorite thing about 5th edition?
Oh yeah.
Least favorite thing about 5th edition, I mean, I would have to agree with Jim. Is just it's so fucking hard to die unless you just do something
really
monumentally stupid. Like in older editions, you could die. It really didn't take that much.
And it could be an accident for everybody.
For everybody, right?
Like, oh shit! I didn't know that was going to happen.
And you really have to try to die in 5th edition just because of all of the different ways. Even when you drop, it's okay. Well, now you have saving throws. So, okay. You know, used to it was like maybe you had to make a system shock roll or whatever.
That's if you got brought back.
That's right. If you got brought back,
you
know, a system shock roll.
But in 3rd edition, it was just a countdown. It was just like you got 10 rounds.
You got 10 rounds.
And then
as you bleed out or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you can save yourself even after you're not conscious.
Pop back up.
Pop back up. You know, hell, it happened to me the other day during Tomb of Annihilation. I got dropped, wrote my first roll. I took damage, so I took damage, I took a fail, rolled a 20.
Back up.
Back up with 1 hit point. You know?
And you know, the Dungeons & Dragons as the flagship game, the game that brings many people into the hobby, the game that's trying to appeal to a broadest audience as possible, perhaps is better served by a healing mechanic like that. Because it serves as less of a barrier to entry for people who are new to the hobby.
Yeah.
For veterans like us, there are other games that we play, and that's perfectly fine. There doesn't need 5th edition doesn't need to cater to my exact tastes. You know,
no, not at all.
It is what it is, and I'll play it if I want to.
And also, it speaks to a precious character mentality that it's just like, I don't know. To me, I got over a long time ago because I have so many character ideas. If I have a character die, I'm like, whoop! Now I get to make another character.
Yeah.
Or some people are like, no, my character, and I used to be that person.
Yes.
Used to be like, oh my god, I can't believe they're dead. You know, Alero. She's getting another chance in the sun.
She's getting another chance.
But anyway, yeah. So I just, hey, if your character dies, that's fine. Just make another one.